going to Good Times. You don't get a Manhattan vibe to it, but you get this part of New York, like the Queens border of Long Island,
right?
That no movie really explores that, because if you're not from...
I'm low-key jealous. Like, if you're I'm like, respect, but I'm like, we should have fucking done something.
Well, it's just, if you're not from, like, the edge of Queens, like the Queens Long Island border, like no one who's visiting New York is going to that area.
I just appreciate like the outer, you know, the outer people getting some shine, you know. And I'll put Queens in there too, like the outer Queens thing, and then
the outer Queens, and then they go out to Farmingdale.
Right.
They get this kind of
the drone shot on 110.
Yeah. They get this very in Uncut Gems, I loved that Howard worked in the city but lived on Long Island, because in a lot of, if you're not a New Yorker, you have your character live and work in the city, and it's like, no, most people who live in the city don't, most people who work in the city don't live there. They commute back and forth from Long Island.
That was interesting too. You know what I'm thinking of? And James's presence here is reminding me, this is a legitimate question. How the hell did they get a drone shot on 110 by Adventureland?
Oh, yeah.
Because Republic Airport is there, and that's restricted space. Right?
Can I interject?
Yeah.
They got permits to do that.
That's...
You have to, because
they got, James said off mic rather, that they must have gotten permits. Because as a matter of fact, we tried to shoot something.
I worked on a show where we tried to do something where, we had to we had to change filming locations because they wanted to do a drone shot, and we were too close to Republic Airport. So we had to we were at a house, and we were going to do a drone shot swooping down, and we had to go a few houses,
we did something similar for gamblers.
Yeah.
We did something similar, and as a matter of fact, we were in the parking lot, and the drone won't even activate it. It'll tell you that you're too close.
You know who was involved in that whole drone sequence?
On Good Time?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Casey Neistat, the big vlogger out of the city.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
He's like anybody who watches vlogs will know.
But they would have had to get a permit.
He's like the creator of the vlog. But his team he didn't fly the drone. Probably some other guy did.
Yeah.
Those drone shots are sick.
They are.
Yeah.
So you saw a Good Time.
They almost don't even look like drone shots. They look like helicopter shots.
They do.
Right.
They do.
But he was a big part of doing that whole drone sequence.
Right.
James, I'm not 100% sure if people are going to hear you when you're talking to, but it's all right. I mean, they might be able to.
This is a fun one.
Yeah,
we
this
haven't
is a
had
fun
one
one
that's been a little off the cuff like this.
Oh,
all right, so
we have two cameras. We never used that one for.
We use it for the other angle of that, eventually, occasionally.
Where is I going with this?
I don't know.
Everything about this movie is great. The Safdie brothers, right after Uncut Gems, they made another short film with Adam Sandler's. And with Benny Safdie that I also liked a lot. It was kind of just like it was a short whatever thing, but it was fun.
On Vimeo, right?
On Vimeo. This is going to be Venmo, and then I was like, no, Venmo. It's the money thing. Where Adam Sandler, Goldman versus Silverman, a lot of their same style kind of shows up in that short film. I like how it's Adam Sandler fully in gold around tourists who if they knew it was Adam Sandler, they'd be freaking out because, Times Square, everybody is from, Michigan or wherever, no actual New Yorkers.
Shout out to Michigan.
Shout out to Michigan.
I mean, no hate.
No hate.
No hate
but
whatsoever.
The only people in Times Square who are from New York are the Goldman and Silverman and Elmo performers.
Right.
Basically.
And the Naked Cowboy.
I don't like that guy.
I did. There wasn't a thing on him where it was like a day in the life of the Naked Cowboy. It's actually very interesting.
Oh, all right. Anyway. But so they shot this of basically two street performers fighting over a corner.
Yes.
Shot on hidden cameras around actual tourists who have no idea that they're in a movie. You get that really realistic vibe, and then after they're done fighting, you follow Adam Sandler's character to his apartment and see just like how desperate he really is. And it's like this New York desperateness of just like, yeah, I need to fight this guy because he's on my corner and that's how I make my money, and I'm not going to be able to pay rent this month.
I mean, that's real shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean, there's like, you know, actually like Vice Munchies, I think, did some really good stuff about street food vendors.
Oh,
there's
yeah?
one where this guy, he's been like selling hot dogs for years, and you see him like, you know, going to pick up his I don't know what they call it, his, you know, vending thing in the morning at like, you know, where they service them, and then you see him and he fucking like sleeps in his car, and like, you know, that shit, you take that for granted when you walk past the street and see like a pretzel guy or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't, the authenticity of the Safdie brothers, you can't fake.
Exactly.
That's that's something about the show. Like, you never watched How I Met Your Mother.
No.
How I Met Your Mother takes place in New York City, and you can tell the people who run that show are not from New York.
Of course, because they're all in LA. Yeah. And they probably shoot it in LA, just like Friends was supposed to be in New York.
And Friends also, it's just like, it's another, like every person in Friends has their own car, and it's like no one has a car.
The only one who seems like he's actually from New York is Joey Tribbiani.
Yeah, well, Joey Tribbiani, yeah, shout out to Joey Tribbiani, because Joey Tribbiani is also from Staten Island.
I didn't know that. Is that right?
Yeah, which, like, that's great that's an added thing to his character, because it's like, yes, someone who's acting like that would be from Staten Island.
Right.